When I first started doing these videos a few months ago, my plan was to avoid tourist trap places. So, you might be wondering why I've come to Krakow, the most touristy of touristy places in Poland. Well, there's a few reasons. The train was cheap, we found a cheap apartment. But basically, I thought maybe there's another side to Krakow, a side to Krakow that's not just for tourists. So I've come to try and discover that today. Wish me luck, because the place is absolutely heaving with said tourists, and it makes me feel very, very uncomfortable. You know, I was planning on going up there to Krakow Mound, but well, look at them all, ruining it. So we'll be giving that a miss. Instead of the mound, I'm going to go and try and see if I can gain access to this fortress that's down here. Now I don't know if it's a tourist thing, I don't know if it's open, I have no idea. I just saw that there was an old fortress and I thought to myself, right in there, that's me, absolutely. So, we might need to break a few laws to get in, we'll find out. Depends how isolated it is, to be honest, but that is the plan. Let's hope it goes well, because that mound certainly didn't. Right, well, I'm out of breath. Anybody who's even remotely familiar with the geography of this city will be aware that I have just walked around in a big massive circle like a dickhead because I missed the cut-off. There's a lot of hills here. A lot of hills, a lot of stairs, and a lot of people just in general. Trying to find a quiet wee street where I can talk to is quite difficult, so walking through this very middle class neighbourhood, scaring people probably, but there you go. Let's hope it works this time. Ah, good. I've actually managed to find it. Now the trick is, how do I actually get to it? And due to the amount of people that there are around, it's quite a busy park. I probably won't be able to break many laws to get into it. Normally I'd try and scale a wall or, you know, find a wee hole in the fence or something, but, you know, all it takes is one snitch. And that's me spending the week in a Polish jail. And I do not fancy that. You know, I maybe should have picked a better day to do this. If it wasn't a Sunday, I might have actually been in that wee church. But, as you can see, it's quite busy. And I think just sticking your camera around a church on a Sunday might be a wee tad disrespectful. So maybe I'll try it another day. Although, to be honest with you, after the walk I've just done, maybe not. Christ, even the wee things I thought people wouldn't be anywhere near, I thought they were far enough out the way that it would be tourist free. Even these places are fenced off and got people around about them. That's quite annoying, actually. Let me see if there's a way I can maybe sneak in though. I don't think there's a way I can sneak in there. It's got, you know, barbed wire on the top there. A very shady looking path that looks like it just falls down. But on the plus side, there is this incredible view, which I think I'm going to just take a wee minute and enjoy for myself. I deserve it after that walk. Must have walked about 3 miles just to get here. The reason I was so interested in showing you this place behind me was because this is actually where French prisoners of war were kept during World War II. I thought it might be something a wee bit different, but yeah, I think they saw tourists coming a mile off, annoying wee vloggers that will get themselves killed by falling through falling through the floor or something. But Right, well, things have not went according to plan so far, but we will not be deterred, and I don't really want to waste one of the only sunny days there's been since I got here, so I'm going to go try and find something else worthwhile showing you. Hopefully other people haven't spotted it and we might actually get some peace and quiet to talk about it. Now you're probably wondering why I stopped there to show you a random piece of wall. Well, that wall there was actually a part of the Krakow ghetto. Obviously, if you have read anything about World War II, you probably know about the Warsaw ghetto. Well, that's the equivalent in this city. Horrible, what was essentially like a big prison designed to corral human beings into tiny areas. Now, I was going to stand there and talk about it, but the road was quite busy, quite noisy, and as you saw, there was other people there as well, so I didn't want to look like a total weirdo. Hello. Guy just said hello to me. Nice guy, cool. Thought I'd found a quiet bit, but no, I have not. So basically, these ghettos were meant to keep people in concentrated areas where the Nazis could keep an eye on them. Standing there looking at that piece of wall there, it just sort of dawned on me. How horrible must that have been? Not only to be sort of kept in what was essentially a big prison camp in your own neighbourhood. You wake up every day, you look out and you see those horrible grey walls. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is in the back of your mind, no matter how positive you try to be, you're always probably going to be sitting thinking to yourself, is today the day? Is today the day where the Gestapo kick the door in and drag us all off to a death camp? Because it could have happened at any time, there was no warning. It just happened. Things people will do to each other, man. Well, today hasn't quite went according to plan, to say the least. Part of me sort of expected it. I don't know why, I just had a gut feeling. It's almost 3:30, which means that we are rapidly running out of daylight. So since I just stopped there and showed you a piece of the ghetto wall, there's one more thing I'm going to show you. And I think it's maybe quite a fitting way to finish the video as well. Looks like I've got a wee competitor. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe this building here was the former, let's say, guard tower. I don't know the exact terminology they would use for it, but basically this is where the Nazi guards would stay. Seems to be closed off, but we'll see if we can see inside. There's not much to see anymore, of course. This is a very strange and yet seems a very kind of poignant memorial to all the people who were murdered, basically. Let's call a spade here. The Nazis tried to exterminate them, didn't they? It's a very, very strange memorial. I'm kind of struggling for something to say about it, as you can probably tell. It sort of speaks for itself, doesn't it? Right, well, think that's probably a good time to call it a day. Not one of my more compelling videos, if we're being honest. I sort of thought I might have been a wee bit smarter than I actually was. I thought the tourists stick around the city centre, they don't go to the southern part. Or, you know, in the west, Sundays are normally very, very quiet. People are normally, you know, recovering from a hangover. But no, apparently in Poland that's the day everybody goes out. So, lesson learnt. Aye, I'm going to go up this road. It's nearly 4 o'clock now and I haven't actually eaten today, so I can't even think straight by this point. And I'll make sure I eat properly and plan my next video slightly better. See you next time.